everyone. My name is Marjorie Lee. My Chinese name is Li Guizhen. I'm second-year Master of Research candidate in psychology at Macquarie University. I play Chinese pipa. Whilst this presentation draws on my honours ethnomusicological study, my current research project on psychosocial effects of intercultural music engagement allowed me to return to the data and analysis I did in my honours and take a new perspective. This is the Australian-based Chinese music community that I was involved in since early 2016. Chinese music ensemble was taught as an elective subject at the Sydney Conservatorium of Music. This is our first concert on 3rd of May 2016 at Great Hall main campus. This is the joint concert with ANU Chinese Classical Music Ensemble. Our pipa group playing sectional piece 卷珠帘. Lining up in the backstage. My inspiration for choosing this experiential student ensemble as my research topic came after I actively participated for 2 semesters. My experience through direct engagement of Chinese music and culture triggered issues regarding to my identity and cultural inclusion. My aim of this paper is to understand the implications of learning a traditional Chinese musical instrument in the Australian cultural context on intercultural understanding, and to explore the embodied participatory benefits of engaging in this intercultural music community through analysis of participants' cognitive affective experiences. My study employed both ethnography and autoethnography and was conducted from July 2017 to October 2018. Though I have maintained an ongoing contact with the ensemble and continue to perform occasionally with the group. Ethnography involved participant observation, informal or semi-structured interview. Autoethnography involved critical reflection on the issues discovered and raised through fieldwork. My fieldwork activities included attending individual one-on-one lessons, participating group lessons weekly, rehearsals, and a concert participation. Interviews were conducted in both English and Chinese. I had a small group of participants who were students learning Chinese plucked string instruments. 9 out of us played pipa, 3 played ran, plus teacher Dr. Lulu Liu. Participants had mixed cultural and musical background, as illustrated here. To achieve the research goals, my adopted methodology allowed me to capture the participants' embodied lived experience of learning and performing in this community. Before I presented the findings, here is a short video giving you a glimpse of our unforgettable learning experience.
Our group lessons and individual lessons are taught through 口传心授, oral transmission, and imitative learning. My individual lessons normally after Luna's. Demoing in group lessons. Group rehearsal while my guitar gently weeps.
My findings were related to two areas. One, embodied cognitive experiences. In overcoming the cognitive challenges participants encountered during learning and performing in order to build skills and competence. Two, embodied affective experiences. The feelings emerged as participants immersed in this type of music engagement for an extended period of time. To achieve the status of musical insightness in the community, participants were challenged to build their musical competence. As identity in the sense of an ostensible community is an experience and a display of competence. I have classified this experience of learning challenges into 4 categories: mastering pipa techniques, demystifying music notations, developing an appreciation of the aesthetics, building ensemble making ability. Here is an audio interview excerpt showing an example of challenges participants faced when reading Chinese cipher notation.
For me, it's the reverse. I'm a classic piano student, so I learned everything in Western notation, and I'm not used to cipher notation, especially when it have to like change the key inside your head, because it's the numbers are all the same, but the keys are different. To like take time and actually go through it in my head to know where they are. I have to go through that process. I think it might be because like when you first learned it.
Yeah,
it's
whatever you first learned.
It's deep rooted.
Exactly.
You call it though. It's like looking at green and call it purple.
To me, what the participant experienced is like a variant of the Stroop task. These were cognitive challenges that participants had to overcome. Gradually, this built participants' capacity to switch between Western and Chinese ways of reading musical notation and finding their way through subtle layers of internal translation, code switching, depending on their prior familiarity with the different notation systems. The introduction video may have given you a picture of how participants would feel when performing on the stage. My findings further revealed participants' affective experiences through performing on the stage as music making being considered as a musical insider in the community helped develop an expanded and enriched sense of self-understanding, identity formation, including belongingness, fulfillment, cultural connection, and self-cultivation. Here are a few interesting stories my participants shared with me about their feelings. You can read it when you have time. In summary, My research findings capture the different forms of embodied cognitive and affective experiences. They were helpful in 3 areas. 1, the development of participants' competencies by building their cognitive capacity to overcome the challenges identified here, such as playing techniques, reading notations, ensemble abilities, and boost their confidence and competence in interaction in this community. Second, the affirmation of psychological self, identity, sense of self, etc., and social inclusion through the sense of community. Third, the deepening of intercultural understanding by affording the connection and reconnection of Chinese culture. So therefore, this study, from an insider researcher's perspective, demonstrated that participatory intercultural music engagement, such as this form, has clear benefits in promoting intercultural understanding through nurturing, enriching, embodied, lived, cognitive, and affective experiences. Australian-based Chinese music community. This special form of participatory intercultural music engagement demonstrated that even when the participatory engagement occurred outside the original cultural context, here with Chinese music being taught in Australia, it was still helpful in fostering intercultural understanding through different forms of embodied experiences. It is further demonstrated that intercultural music engagement was effective in nurturing ethnic identification, insightness, social inclusion. Experiencing the extensive embodied musical experience may trigger the cognitive and affective mechanism, therefore can bring positive psychosocial benefits to participants. From a research perspective, these experiential understandings of the benefits of intercultural music engagement through ethnography and reflexive analysis may help further systematic and experimental study of this nature. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.